he then gives the opposite in verse 2. Notice this. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. Now let's just be very clear here with the cultural setting and the cultural context and what this would have sounded like to those first century Jewish disciples listening to this speech. In fact, if you were to get in a time machine and go back 2,000 years to Galilee and get out of that time machine and walk up to anybody and say, hey, I'm looking for a hypocrite. Where can I find a hypocrite? What would any Greco-Roman or Jewish individual in the first century in Judea or Galilee say? They would look at you and say, you want the hypocrites?
Go to the theater.
Go down to the theater because they're probably putting on a play tonight. So the word hypocrite in English comes from actually two words in the Greek to interpret from underneath. It's this idea of a Greek or a Greco-Roman stage actor. Since they don't have any electronic voice magnification or microphone systems, speaker systems, their theater is built in a nice shape to be able to echo the voice so the actors can be heard. And then they would hold up terracotta masks with little funnels in the mouth so it would help project the voice as well. And an actor could go off stage, take one terracotta mask, put it down, take off a cloak or some costume, put on a different one, pick up a different mask, use different body language, body movements, and a different voice and go out on stage, and people would have no clue that this is a different person because they're so drawn into that character. Look at your footnote 2a. It says Greek, the pretenders. The Greek word means a play actor or one who feigns or represents dramatically, exaggerates a part. It's somebody who goes into character to play out this part on the stage for the benefit of trying to entertain or, in some cases, deceive an audience into believing this story and make it feel real, like it's reality, when in fact I go off stage, I take off my costume, and I go home and I'm not that guy that I played on the stage anymore, or those 4 different roles that I was able to play as a Greco-Roman hypocrite. Now some of you might be thinking, so what does this have to do with us today, and why do I care? Because in our definition of hypocrite, it's usually somebody who says one thing and does another. Mm-hmm. But you see in Jesus's first century context how powerful this was. He's basically inviting disciples, stop pretending, stop putting on a costume and going into character, remove the mask, remove the costumes, remove the fake voices and the fake body language, and just be you at the core.
Be authentic.
Be authentic as a disciple of Christ. And so in giving alms, it's that idea of don't go out, hey, look what I'm doing. Look at this kind deed that I'm doing. But rather, you just do the kind deed without trying to be in character. So people are applauding you in the congregation or in the crowd as they watch.